What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another full card breakdown. This is for UFC Vegas 76, Strickland versus Magomedov. Decent card. It's got some good fights on it. In my opinion, it's like a harder card to bet on. I feel like the money lines, the over-unders, a lot of stuff is juiced up on some of the good sides. But we're still going to find some good betting spots. We're going to get to our sixth winning week in a row, man. That's right. We hit big last week, hit big the week before. 5 weeks in a row, we're going on six, getting our way to 10. Everybody, man, before we get into this recap and full card breakdown, hit that like and subscribe button, man. Leave a comment, help the algorithm out. I'm trying to get this channel to be one of the biggest channels in this MMA capping community, and I'm gonna need your guys' help to get there. Also, my Patreon up and running, man. $10 a month, $250 a week, and you can go there and help support my channel. You get my early picks. You're gonna get all my extra content, extra parlays on the week, extra layer cake parlay, my 10 best bets in order of confidence. And you're just going to get my early bets, man, to help you beat line movement. And then you're just going to get the bets that help you win. My bets are still going to be free. I'm still going to post them the week of that card. And I'll be posting them on Twitter and Instagram if my Instagram works. For some reason, I tried to load up my Instagram a second ago and it said my account is suspended. I'm not sure why. So I'll figure that out after this, but they'll definitely be posted every day on Twitter. Everybody, man, I appreciate everybody's support that's been helping me out, though, throughout these last year and a half. I got up over 2,000 subscribers, got a bunch of stuff going on. I really do appreciate you guys helping out. But yeah, and then my Discord, Layer Cake Discord, has been doing great, man. There's been a ton of people on there winning a bunch of money, having a great time. You're getting bets from tennis people, you're getting bets from hockey people, stocks. Everybody has a great time during the live fights. And I actually want to go over a couple of the a couple of the bets that some guys had on the Discord this weekend, man. We had a bunch of good winners, a bunch of people making some super sharp bets. My boy Up in the Sky, man, hitting that brand Up in the Sky 9. Hitting that Brandon Allen by submission at plus 170. That was an excellent call. Easy money. Got that in the first round. And he also hit the Randy Brown Neil Magny parlay, which was pretty easy. The Randy Brown fight was kind of close. But look at my boy Derek Izzy with the algorithm, all different kinds of stuff. He's always putting in great bets. And he took a Macy Barber at plus 170, put 2.5 units on that and hit big on that. So congratulations. Sharp call, Derek. Let's go Ducks 29 hitting that same game parlay, man. Ilya Taporia in the over 3.5 rounds plus the over 1.5 in the Hebas fight, 30 to win 360, man. That's a hell of a parlay. Hit a bunch of other ones right here. Emmers over 2.5, Randy Brown, Brandon Allen over 1.5 in the Olivier Mercier fight and the Nathan Schott fight. So he's mixing different promotions and hitting big. And then we got my boy Epic King Bets, man, hitting that Rebecca Brown Magny parlay. That was very nice, and that's a sharp call on Rebecca. And then over here, obviously, Tatsuro fell off, but just a straight bet on Brandon Allen is still sharp because there was some people on Bruno Silva. And then my dude, STLHD Slayer out here hitting that over 1.5 rounds in the Taporia fight. And that was a great call because, as you see, it was even money. And it was pretty much even money because how durable Josh Emmett is. And he also hit Cedric Dumas, which was a nice play. He had him at minus 150, so he got in on it early, but he still did good. I mean, that's still a nice hit. So I really appreciate everybody that's in the Discord that helps and participates in the Discord because that helps out. Has a bunch of people, good community. Everybody's being cool to each other. There's nobody in there that's making it a bad time at all. So I appreciate everybody that's in there. If you want to join it, the link is going to be in the description, and you should definitely join it because it's a good time with good people. All right, we're going to do a quick recap of UFC Jacksonville, and then we'll get right into this UFC Vegas 76 breakdown. UFC Jacksonville, I cannot bring it up on the screen as usual until I get this Instagram thing figured out. So UFC Jacksonville recap, I went 3-1 for plus 4 units, which is nice, man. 5th winning week in a row on a very tough card. These last 2 weeks were very, very tough cards to hit on. A lot of people lost. Not me. I'm getting this winning streak to 10. I don't care what these bookies and the MMA gods throw at me. I'm beating it, man. So my 3 winning bets, I had Neil Magny plus 2 units, and that was a good, tough, close fight. But he did exactly what I thought he was going to do and out cardio Philip Rowe and won that clinch. But it was still a close fight. Second winning bet was Tabitha Ricci plus 2.5 units. And I tried to tell everybody all week that she was the better fighter everywhere. She was going to have the striking advantage. She was going to have the wrestling advantage, and her grappling was good enough to stay safe. So I really liked that bet. And then my third winning bet, I had Brandon Allen parlayed with Randy Brown. Randy Brown fight was close. Brandon Allen did the thing, man. He's looking really, really good. Plus 2.5 units on that. My one losing bet was Trevor Peak. He fought for my money, man. I got him at minus 120. And Chepe, man, he just fought well. Coming in on short notice, I did not think that he would be able to hold up to the pace, pressure, and power. And Peak brought all of that, and Chepe held up. So good for him. So yeah, 3-1 for plus 4 units. I had the bet on Justin Tafa, and that fell off because of the eye poke. So no contest on that. So I ended up with 4 bets. 4 bets, 3-1 for plus 4 units. That brings my official bet record to 243 and 171 for plus 94.1 units. And my 2023 record is 61 and 46 for plus 16.8 units. And we're just going to keep adding on to that. Like I said, this week is week number 6, getting up to week number 10, and then we're going to keep it going from there. Eventually, I'm going to hit this 20-week winning streak, just like I've been talking about, and I'm going to bring it because I put in the time and I put in the work. So let's get into this UFC Vegas, UFC Vegas 76 card. And the first fight is going to be Joanderson Brito versus Weston Wilson. Joanderson Brito's 14-3-1. He currently doesn't have a line out for this fight that I've seen. He's 28 years old, 5'8" with a 72-inch reach. Weston Wilson, 16-7, 34 years old, 6'1" with a 73-inch reach. So you see Weston is 5 inches taller, but only has 1 inch of reach. Joanderson Brito, man, this dude is a dog. He's tough as hell. My sure dog's already messing up. So if this thing starts messing with me, I'm just going to cut it off. I don't know what's going on. This is the only website that I have problems with. But Joanderson Brito is a dog, man. He's very fast, very explosive. He's a well-rounded fighter. He's got excellent striking. He's got KO power in both hands. You've seen against Andre Fili, knocked him out cold. And is just a tough dude. He's got excellent jiu-jitsu. He's got phenomenal submissions. He's got good wrestling. He's just super well-rounded. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my Tapology lately, so is what it is. But Joanderson's just super well-rounded, man. He's super tough. He's super fast, super explosive, powerful. Will finish you on the feet, finish you on the ground, uses wrestling, get you to the ground, strangle you like he did in his last fight against what was the guy's name? Stupid Tapology. Lucas Alexandr was able to just take his back and get the submission on him. And like I said, knocked out Andre Fili. You can go watch him have some good fights. He knocked out Chepe Mariscal in 44 seconds in the first round. That fight was crazy. And then had a great fight with Diego Lopez on the Contender Series and was able to win that. And he's just a well-rounded, tough guy that's very fast, very explosive. And he's got, I believe, 8 first-round finishes. And he's got a nasty guillotine and that nasty rear naked choke, and his left hook is deadly. Weston Wilson, man, this guy's a karate guy striker with some jiu-jitsu and some submissions. He's got nice straight punches that he throws in combination, and he can land and hit with some power. He's finished all 16 of his wins. That's pretty amazing. He's got 11 submissions and 5 KOs, even though he's more of a karate guy. Trains with Wonder Boy Thompson, but he's fought such a low level of competition, man. I mean, he was knocked out cold. Well, not cold, but he was knocked out and just finished in one shot. He didn't have to follow up by Teruto Ishihara. And that's not a good look. That guy flunked out of the UFC after getting beat a ton. But you see, he's only got 6 wins with guys with winning records. But he's got good power in his straight punches. He's got decent offensive wrestling. He's got weird, long jiu-jitsu. Like I said, he's got 11 submissions. A lot of rear naked chokes, but it's all over low-level guys. 1-14, 2-4, 2-3. And he's fighting some of these guys more recently. This Mike Wilson guy, that guy's old and pretty terrible. But He's decently well-rounded. He's been finished 5 times, though, out of his 7 losses. He's got 4 submission loss and 1 KO loss. I think that's going to be added to this weekend. I don't think he has the striking defense to stand with Brito because Brito's going to be throwing bombs. And he has the karate stance where they don't actually like put their hands up and block. They just sit there and use head movement. And Brito's going to catch him on a 2 or 3 punch combo and end with that left hook and knock this dude out. I think it's going to be pretty early. So give me Joanderson Brito and give me him by finish. Next fight that I have is Yana Santos versus Karol Rosa. Yana Santos is 14-7, currently sitting at plus 160. She's 33 years old, 5'8" with the 68.5-inch reach. Karol Rosa is 16-5, currently sitting at minus 200. Dang, I didn't even bring this back up for you guys. Is it even on there? One second. I'm sorry about this stuff, man. It's like when I share it is when it gets messed up. So there we go. I'm sorry. I thought I had it on there for the last one. But yeah, man, Yana Santos versus Karol Rosa. Yana Santos 14-7, currently sitting at plus 160, 33 years old, 5'8" with a 68.5-inch reach. Karol Rosa 16-5, currently sitting at minus 200, 28 years old, 5'5" with a 67.5-inch reach. So you see Yana Santos is 3 inches taller with 1 inch of reach. Yana Santos coming back off a loss to Holly Holm, and she also had a loss before that to Irene Aldana. She's a good fighter. She's got decent kickboxing with some volume. She's got decent wrestling. She's got a really good clinch. She's got good knees in the clinch. She seems very physically strong, but her wrestling out of the clinch is pretty terrible unless she's fighting like Julia Storolenko or someone like that, Moran Renault, who she can take down. But she's just wants to throw punches, crash into the clinch, push a girl up against the cage, take her down, and beat her up if she can. If not, she'll hold her up against the cage and beat her up. But see, she's not going to be able to do that to Holly Holm because she's got excellent clinch herself and she's got better striking. And then Irene Aldana was able to just catch her standing and drop her and then finish her there. But she did have a really good fight with Ketlen Vieira where she was able to use that clinch, survive a tough first round, and then start taking over in that second and third with her grappling because she is a pretty big girl. And they're coming up. This is a fight at 145 where Santos has been fighting at 135, and that could help her cardio here, not having to cut any weight to get down to 135. And then you got Karol Rosa, who just fought Norma Dumont at 145. She looked pretty good. That was a really close fight. She got beat up a little bit in the first round and then came on strong in that second. Definitely won the third, was able to knock Dumont down. But she didn't look good in her other fight against Lena Landsberg before that, where she was actually dropped. And then after that, she just didn't look good. She was slowing down. She had to get the fight to the ground and like hold on for dear life in order to get the win. And then where she only got the decision majority. And then she also lost a point. But then she also fought Sarah McMahon and was dominated for pretty much like 2/3 of that fight. Got a little bit going in the third round, but just didn't look that good. But she's got good she's got good volume striking. She's got some good knees in the clinch. She has a good takedown game. I think she's going to definitely have the wrestling advantage here. She's going to have the striking advantage. The only advantage she won't have is in the clinch, where Yana will have a little success because she is the bigger girl. So in this fight, I'm not going to bet it. I'm going to stay far away from this fight, but I'm going to take Karol Rosa just because I think that she's going to have the striking advantage anytime it's at range. And then anytime it's in the clinch, Karol Rosa will be decent. And she has good cardio and good toughness. So she's going to be decent in the clinch. And I think she's the one that'll land the takedowns. And Yana Santos has nothing to offer off her back at all. Next fight is in the men's 155-pound division. We got the return of Guram Kutateladze versus Elves Brenner. Kutateladze is currently sitting at 12-3. Yeah, this thing is slowing down again. I have no clue what's going on with this. But currently sitting at 12-3. He's 12-3, currently sitting at minus 650. He's 31 years old, 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. Elves Brenner is 14-3. He's currently sitting at plus 350. He's 25 years old, 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. So it's about even everything. Guram's an inch taller, so it's going to be pretty even in that category, all the attributes. Guram, man, this dude has phenomenal kickboxing. He's a Georgian warrior that fights out of Sweden with all them guys with Kamzat and all them dudes. And he gets in really good training, really good hard rounds. I don't know what's going on with all these canceled fights. You see here Don Madge, Thiago Moises, Jamie Malarkey, just a ton of canceled fights. He was supposed to fight Malarkey. I believe that was with the visa issues. But this guy is super well-rounded, man. He's got phenomenal kickboxing. He's got really good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got good jiu-jitsu on top. He's got good jiu-jitsu, and then he's got excellent ground and pound. He's got good jiu-jitsu off his back where he's able to get taken down by people like Gamrot and able to survive, get back to his feet, and even threaten with submissions. So that's how he was able to beat Gamrot. He had a really close fight with Damir Ismagulov that definitely could have went either way, but he was on the wrong side of that split decision. But showed off a very good fight, and I thought he could have won that. I thought he won the first and the third. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I got to figure out what's going on with my Tapology page. But he's very good. He's very good everywhere. He has excellent pressure and pace. He's got good power. He works the body. He works the legs. He works the head. Just a super well-rounded fighter that's going to try to break you down at every level of the fight. And well-rounded. Elves Brenner, you seen him fight against Turkalov, whatever his name is, last time in Australia, where he got the split decision win. A lot of people thought he lost, and he probably lost the second and third round, but that was on short notice, and he is a good fighter, man. He's got Muay Thai. He trains with Charles Oliveira. He's got pretty good Muay Thai. He's got really good leg kicks. He's got decent wrestling, but he's got really good jiu-jitsu. He's got 11 submissions. He's got really powerful leg kicks, like I said, throws out a good jab. He's got excellent scrambles. When he's on top, he has really, really, really good ground and pound. He's got nice step-in elbows, step-in knees, and flying knees. Man, he hit Hugov with a couple of them good flying knees. But good Muay Thai trip takedowns. I've seen him use in the regional scene, and that's how he uses that to get on top. Or he's been taken down. He's got really good sweeps off his back. The dude's super tough, never been finished in his 3 losses, and he's very good everywhere, just like Guram. But I have to go with Guram here. I think that Guram's going to be the bigger, thicker, better fighter, as Brenner used to fight at 145, and Guram looks like he could fight at 170. So give me Guram, and I think that he's going to be better everywhere. I think he has better striking. I think he has the wrestling advantage, and he's going to be able to stay safe on top. And even if he's on the ground on his back, he's going to stay safe. So give me Guram by decision. That line just keeps jumping up, man. It just keeps jumping up. So we'll see what happens with it. Next fight is going to be in the men's 265 pound division, where we have Alexandr Romanov versus Blagoy Ivanov. And this is going to be a super, super weird fight because we don't know what we're going to get with Alexandr Romanov. He's got excellent freestyle wrestling. He's like a freestyle world champion in 2016. He's got really good ground and pound. He's got some nice submissions on top. But what he doesn't have, we don't know about, is his cardio and then like his mental state. Like he came in and fought a really tough fight with Marcin Tybura, where he was on the wrong end of a split decision. And then he came in and fought Volkov and just looked terrible. He was out of shape. I know in that last fight, though, his coach had left and went to go like train people in Russia. So he wasn't even training with with his coach or nothing like that. The dude doesn't leave his country. All he wants to do is stay there and wrestle instead of actually learning, going around the world and learning more stuff. He stays in Moldova. So I think that, he has good freestyle wrestling, good ground and pound, good submissions. He has decent striking. It seems like he really doesn't want to strike, though, especially when he's fighting another good striker. But decent, just depends which Romanov we get. Now with Blagoy, this dude, world combat sambo champion. He has good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's like a judo black belt. He has pretty good striking, very low output, throws power with both hands, but he cracks people, but he doesn't finish people. 9 of his last 10 fights went to decision. This guy's never been finished. His problem is he slows as the fight goes. He slows in that third round a little bit too. You've seen against Tybura in his last fight when he lost, but he's just so super tough, super durable. He's got a decent clinch up against the cage with some decent striking. I just don't know who's going to win the wrestling battles here. Like, I know that Romanov's going to be able to probably do some stuff in the first round. My only worry, because I wanted to bet Ivanov, but my only worry is that Ivanov is going to get tired from the grappling with Romanov in the first round, and Romanov's going to be able to land the takedowns because he's definitely going to be the bigger guy, 6'2" to 5'11". He's 3 inches taller with 2 inches of reach, so he's going to be able to land some takedowns. And Blagoy looked terrible off his back against Tybura, and if Romanov lands some takedowns in the first round, wears on Blagoy, comes out in the second round, lands some takedowns, wins that round. Even if he gasses in the third round, Blagoy's not dangerous. His last 9 of 10 went to decision, and he's just not dangerous to even get the finish. So I'm going to pick Blagoy actually to get the split decision, but I'm not going to bet it. I'm going to say that he survives a tough first round and is able to take over in that second round at some point, making the second round the crucial part, because I believe Blagoy wins the third round, but I don't think he finishes, just like Tybura didn't finish Romanov, I don't think Blagoy does. So this fight's going to be way too close to bet. I'm going to take Blagoy by split decision. So obviously I'm going to be liking the overs in this fight, but not going to bet it, man. They're just not they're not trustworthy at all, in my opinion. So we'll see. Let's see. I'm going to try one last time, man, to bring in this Tapology, but we'll see what happens. So next fight is going to be Kevin Lee. I don't understand why this messes up so much for me now. Kevin Lee versus Rinat Fakhredinov. Kevin Lee is 19-7, currently sitting at plus 190. He's 30 years old, 5'9" with a 77-inch reach. Rinat is 21-2. Currently sitting at minus 230. He's 31 years old, 6 foot tall with a 74-inch reach. So you see Renat's actually 3 inches taller, but Kevin Lee has a 3-inch reach advantage. Kevin Lee, man, the Motown phenom. We have not seen him in the UFC in a couple years now. The last time he fought in the UFC was about 2 years ago. And since then, you know, he's been out. He's had a grappling match. He had a fight with Diego Sanchez where he blew out his left knee early in the first round and then still fought to a decision. But it was like a very, very, very close fight. But this guy had the most potential in the world, man. He's still young. He's still only, 30 years old. He's got really good wrestling. He's got really good jiu-jitsu. He's got pretty decent striking with a little bit of power. Where he was able to knock out Gregory Gillespie, but other than that, he's not really knocking out too many people. But he does have some decent jiu-jitsu. But I don't think any of that's going to work in this fight. I just don't think his striking's that good. I think at 170 he's a lot slower. He has a bad gas tank. He hasn't fought in a long time. The last time he fought Diego Sanchez, he did not look great. The last time he fought Daniel Rodriguez, he didn't look great. So I'm not too high on Kevin Lee, and especially him coming back. He's fighting Adderall addictions, all different kinds of stuff. And like, I don't know where his head's at. And we're not Fakhredinov. I know where his is at. His is in to smash Kevin Lee, man. Rinat has phenomenal wrestling, phenomenal chain wrestling, and he shoots a ton of takedowns. He's got phenomenal clinch. He's got good clinch strikes, and he's got excellent takedowns out of the clinch. He's going to be bigger here, man. This dude's the natural 170 and probably could fight up at 185 if he already hasn't, where Kevin Lee was the 155er that kind of flunked out, came up to 170 because he couldn't make the weight. And I think Fakhredinov is going to be a lot bigger. But he's got decent boxing with some power. He's got a couple knockouts, man. He's got really, really, really good timing on his ground and pound. Like, he hits hard. Like, he was beating the brakes off of Brian Battle. And I thought that if Battle wasn't so tough, that fight would have got stopped, or the person would have just turtled up and gave up. But he's got such a crazy pace from the beginning of the fight, throwing hard strikes, pushing a pace, coming forward with crazy pressure, and then he's just chain wrestling. And that is going to be too much for Kevin Lee, because Kevin Lee is going to start off strong in the first round. He's going to stop some takedowns probably. He's going to have a couple little moments in this fight. But as this fight goes, man, and Rinat starts landing takedowns, he's going to beat up on Kevin Lee. And I see Rinat getting Kevin Lee out of there. I don't think Kevin Lee has the resolve and the toughness that Brian Battle has. So give me Kevin Lee. Give me Rinat, and I think Rinat finishes Kevin Lee, to be honest. Next fight is in the women's flyweight division. We got Ivana Petrovic versus Luana Carolina. Ivana is 6-0, currently sitting at minus 225. She's 29 years old, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. Luana is 8-4. She's 30 years old, 5'6" with a 69-inch reach. So the reach is pretty close. I mean, Ivana might have close to 2 inches, and then she's 2 inches taller. But I think Luana is going to be a little thicker. Ivana, man, this girl's decent. She has really good wrestling. She has decent wrestling. It's not really good, but she has like good wrestling. You can tell she wrestled growing up. She's got excellent BJJ. She's got really good ground and pound, and she's got a really good rear naked choke. She's got good timing on her single and double legs against the low level of competition that she's fought, when she can duck under some punches. And she's got solid ground and pound, excellent transitions on top. And yeah, like I said, good ground and pound, good submissions. Her striking is like a work in progress. It's really not all that great. I've seen her get dropped in a couple fights. I've seen her get hurt, dropped with elbows, kind of even manhandled in the wrestling game. But and that's against the pretty low level girls. She's going to be fighting a UFC vet in Luana Carolina. She's got pretty good kickboxing. She's got a little decent power. She's got really good clinch, knees, and elbows, which I think is going to help her in this fight. She's got pretty good takedown defense. In most fights you've seen against like Lupi Godinez, Poliana Botella, she was able to stop a bunch of takedowns and able to get off some really good stand-up and able to get the wins in them fights. She did take a bad loss to Molly McCain, and that Joanne Wood fight could have went either way, but I thought Wood did get it. But she's got good blitzing combos with punches, and she's also a good switch stance striker. Powerful, tough, and she's got really good cardio. And she's more experienced. And I'm not sold on this Ivana girl, to be honest. I don't think Ivana has that good of wrestling. I don't think she's really going to be able to get this fight to the ground. I don't think that she has good striking, to be honest. And I also don't think that she has good cardio. I've seen her slow down in fights against lower level girls and end up getting the win in like the third round. But Luana never slows down. I'm taking the dog in this one. I don't think that this Ivana girl is as good as all these other Russian girls like Dudakova and Bleda, who's coming through the UFC recently. I don't think that that girl's on this level with them girls. So I'm taking Luana Carolina here, and I might actually be putting a bet on it at plus 185. I think that lines off. I think that she's definitely the more experienced girl and can keep this fight standing and win it from there. Next fight we got is Bruno Ferreira versus Nursulton Ruziboev. I was just doing this guy's tape study earlier today. Ruziboev. But look at I don't understand why this topology just freezes up on me. All my other stuff works pretty good. Nursulton Ruziboev versus Bruno Ferreira. Nursulton is 34-8-2. He's short notice. He's 29 years old. 6'4". We don't know his reach. Bruno Ferreira is 10-0, 30 years old, 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. So you see that Nursulton is going to be 6 inches taller and probably have a decent little reach advantage. But you see Nursulton last time he fought was at 173. So to come in and fight at middleweight against a big, thick middleweight, that's a tough call. But Nursulton, man, this guy's finished 32 of his 34 opponents. Very low-level opponent, though. He's got at least 16 first-round finishes that we can see on his record. He has really nice BJJ and top control. His wrestling isn't the greatest. I've seen him get taken down by guys on their little regional scene and in different organizations where he's getting taken down, held on his back. Guys are getting on top of him and beating him up. He's got really good sweeps and transitions, really good sweeps from his back. And then when he's on top, he's got really good transitions. He's constantly looking for subs. He's got, I believe he's finished 32 of his 34 ops, 12 KO, 20 subs, man. So this guy's got that really good BJJ. That's what he's looking for. He has one of the best Kimuras I've seen. He's constantly going for it, man. If you get this guy on his back and you're on top of him, he's going to grab an arm. He's going to go for the Kimura, and he's either going to use that to sweep or he's going to use that to actually hit the Kimura and get the win because he's good. He's got pretty good boxing. He's got decent power. He likes to whip out some hooks, and he's got some decent straight punches too. You don't see him throwing too many kicks, but when he does his boxing, it looks like he has some power. But like I said, he's more of a jiu-jitsu guy and a wrestling guy, and he doesn't care if he's on his back or if he's on top. Bruno Ferreira, man, you see this dude. This dude's crazy powerful. He throws KO power with both hands. He's got excellent switch stance striking. He's throwing power leg kicks. He can knock you out with either hand, but when he gets into that left hand stance and throws that straight left, that's what he got Gregory Rodriguez with. He's trouble, man. This dude is tough, and he's super durable, as you see by the 10-0 record, and he's actually already fought some pretty tough people. That Gregory Rodriguez fight showed he can take a good shot. He can take a good punch to the face because Gregory Rodriguez was hitting him with some really big shots. And he was eating them, and then he was able to switch stance into that left-hand stance and land that big shot that actually put Gregory Rodriguez out. But even on the Contender Series, he was able to land a giant punch, put Liana Aliu out. He's finished every single one of his opponents in the first round except 2 of them, and them guys were finished very shortly after in the second round. And I like this kid, man. He's got powerful switch stance striking, finished all 10 wins, heavy hands. His ground and pound sick, man. If he gets on top of you on the ground, which he's going to in this fight, he pounds guys out. He's not trying to dibble dabble and hit you with baby shots. He's trying to put your head through the canvas. He's got KO power in both hands. He's going to have the better wrestling here. He's got really good jiu-jitsu. And he's constantly going for the finish, whether he's standing on the ground. Standing, he switches stands, trying to throw bombs to knock you out. And on the ground, he's trying to submit you or hit you with crazy, crazy ground and pound. And that's why you see all these finishes. 7 KOs, 3 submissions. I'm actually pretty high on Ferreira in this fight. I think Ferreira is going to be the better wrestler. I think he's going to be the one on top. I think he's got the way better striking with way more power. He's going to be the bigger, thicker guy. So I really do like him in this fight, and I am taking Ferreira, and I'm taking him by finish. Even though Nursulton is super tough. He's got 8 losses, but only been finished twice. So keep that into consideration when you're betting them unders. But both dudes kind of have they do have the finishing ability. Next fight is going to be a banger, man. We got Benoit Saint Denis versus Ismael Bonfim. Benoit Saint Denis is 10-1, currently sitting at plus 250. He's 27 years old, 5'11 with a 73-inch reach. Ismael Bonfim, 19-3, is currently sitting at minus 350, 27 years old, 5'8 with a 71-inch reach. So you see Benoit is going to be 3 inches taller with 2 inches of reach. Benoit, man, this dude, he's got decent kickboxing, but you really don't see him using it much, especially in his last couple fights. He's just been going in for the kill in the wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He did look good in his last fight, though, standing with Gabriel Miranda, was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy on short notice, where he was able to crack Miranda early and often, man. Hurt him a couple times in that first round, was able to survive some pretty good grappling situations and end up getting the right hook to ground and pound strikes. He almost killed him at the end of the first round, and Miranda should have been done. Came back out for the second, took the rest of that beating. And against Stolze, man, he shot in and took an ill-advised shot and was kneed right in the face, which cut open his cheek, did a bunch of damage, but he was able to wrestle and grapple Stolze, wear him down, and get that finish with the rear naked choke in the second round. And then he took a beating of a lifetime against Zaleski. But man, Benoit has good wrestling. He has good jiu-jitsu. He has good ground and pound. He's super, super tough with really, really good cardio, man. He puts a pace on you and he keeps going. He has decent kickboxing with power. He's just using that really to set up his striking. But if he can't get the fight to the ground, he's still got pretty decent serviceable kickboxing. He's got good boxing. His spinning back fists are decent. He kind of throws them a lot, but if he hits you with it, it's going to hurt. He's super tough, super strong with great cardio. He's a French in the French military. Basically he's a Navy SEAL for the French. So this dude's a bad dude. He's seen a lot of stuff in his life, and he's very, very tough, as you've seen in his fight with Zaleski dos Santos. Ismael Bonfim, one of the Bonfim brothers, Gabriel's brother. This dude's a beast. You've seen what he did to Terrence McKinney in his last fight, where he was able to get that early knockout. Well, it happened in the second round. Barely met people's under 1.5, man. It was like 10 seconds away. But that was really nice against Terrence McKinney. Then he fought a really good, tough Russian dude, Azabov, on the Contender Series, and was able to get that unanimous decision. That dude was really durable because he hit him with a lot of stuff. But this dude is tough, well-rounded, super fast, crazy boxing with power. He throws some powerful leg kicks, but he really wants to box, man. He kind of reminds me of Ilia Topuria, the way he just walks guys down, really calm, really confident. Even very crazy strikers like Terrence McKinney, he's just backing him up, making him work, hitting him with big shots, and then killed him with that flying knee. He's super aggressive with his forward pressure. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got excellent BJJ. He got choked out a couple times early in his career, and he just tightened that whole game up, and has just been on a killer winning streak since then. He's been fighting tough dudes, 10-1, 12-2, 28-3, 13-4. And he's just very well-rounded, very explosive with very fast hands. You don't know if he's throwing a flying knee, if he's going to throw them hands, power leg kick. You just don't know. And he's very tough. He's very mentally strong. You can tell that. Even in the Terrence McKinney fight, it didn't look like he felt any pressure whatsoever. Even in the grappling exchanges, you could see that he stayed really calm and was able to stop any of them. Man, I got to take Bonfim here. I got to say that the striking is just going to be way too much difference. Bonfim's striking is going to be way better than Benoit's grappling. And Benoit is very, very tough. He's going to be able to take some shots. And so I really like the over in this fight, because Benoit might also be able to land some takedowns and get some grappling going, not no finish or nothing like that, but just burn some time with the clinch and stuff like that, because he's going to have to slow Bonfim down. But give me Bonfim. I'm actually going to take him by like third round finish or decision, because if you see here, Bonfim, 3 of his last 4 fights have gone to decision. 3 of his last 4 fights have gone to decision. So we'll be looking at Bonfim to get it done after 1.5 rounds. But that's going to be a really good fight, and I'm really looking forward to it. Next fight is in the men's welterweight division. We got Max Griffin versus Michael Morales. Max Griffin is 19-9, currently sitting at plus 200, 37 years old, 5'11 with a 76-inch reach. Michael Morales is 14-0, currently sitting at minus 250, 24 years old, 6 foot with a 79-inch reach. So Morales be 1 inch taller with 3 inches of reach, and he's undefeated prospect. Max Griffin, though, man, this guy is a very, very experienced vet. He's very well-rounded. He's got good striking. He's got really good boxing that he throws in combo, a finish with a nice, powerful leg kick, good offensive wrestling, good defensive wrestling. He's got nice movements and feints. He throws a lot of different, gives people a lot of different looks with his striking. He's got a lot of volume on his leg kicks. He's got a nice jab, like jab to right hook combo. He can switch stances if he needs. He's a very tough guy, man. He's very, very well-rounded with a ton of experience, and he's very, very durable. The only time he's been finished, I believe, was one time, and that was by Colby Covington. Pretty sure, yeah, one finish in all of them, and 9 losses, one finished one time. So if he gets finished here, I would be actually pretty shocked. But Michael Morales, man, this kid hits super hard. He's super tough, super durable prospect. Got power in that right hand. You've seen that against Trevin Giles when he hit him with that counter right to the ground and pound. And Adam Fugit too, man, was able to catch him in the 3rd round after a super tough fight. But this kid's well-rounded. He's got a judo background. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got good boxing with KO power in both hands, but mainly in his right. He's got powerful leg kicks. When he lets his hands go, he hurts guys, but he can be low output sometimes, even against like Fugit, man. He had him hurt a couple times and didn't finish up, and then it looked like he was slowing down a little in the second. But he's super thick and big for 170, man. He's a big dude for real. And he's going to be way more powerful in this fight. So he's got the wrestling, I'm pretty sure, to keep it standing with Max Griffin. Max Griffin may be able to land a takedown or two, but when it comes to just the pure power and striking, like Max Griffin may be able to land a little more volume with a little decent power early on, but he always starts fading. And that's where it makes this fight weird with Max Griffin being plus 200, because Max Griffin could win that first round, maybe even win the second, and he starts fading and Morales can take over. But is Morales going to be able to finish him? Because like I said, Max Griffin's one of the most durable dudes on the roster. Like he hasn't lost to a lot of people, and he's only lost that one time by KO. So I don't know, man. I think that I'm gonna take Morales. I have no freaking faith in it, though. I'm gonna take Morales because I'm gonna say that he lands the bigger shots, and maybe he might even drop Max Griffin in 2 rounds, but to get the win. But I'm not confident in this pick at all, because I could easily see Max Griffin teaching Michael Morales that lesson, using speed, movement, and his boxing to win that 1st and 2nd round, and then surviving that 3rd round and coming away with the win. So I'm going to take Michael Morales, but man, I'm not confident on that at all, and I definitely will not be betting him. Next fight is in the women's flyweight division. We got Ariane Lipski versus Melissa Gatto. Ariane Lipski's 15-8, currently sitting at plus 170. She's 5'6" with a 67-inch reach, 29 years old. Melissa Gatto, 8-1-2, currently sitting at minus 220, 27 years old, 5'5" with a 69-inch reach. So everything basically adds up the same. You got Lipski with a 1-inch height advantage and a 2-inch reach disadvantage. Lipski, she's got good Muay Thai. She's got pretty good Muay Thai striking. She's good straight punch combinations. She's really good at countering. If she can get a girl like JJ Aldridge to come forward on her all fight, she can step back, hit her with good counters. She's got good clinch knees. She's got a good Muay Thai clinch. She's even got good elbows, good volume, and decent striking combinations. She's very tough. She's very durable. Her only problem is she has no ground game, really. She don't have the best takedown defense at all. And then on the ground, once she's taken down, she doesn't offer anything to get off her back, and she really don't offer anything to even stop getting beat up, man. She's been finished a couple times on the ground by like Montana De La Rosa, even Antonio Shevchenko. Antonio Shevchenko was able to finish her on the ground. So that's not a good look, That's not a good look. And Melissa Gatto, this girl is super good on the ground. She's very good jiu-jitsu. She's got decent wrestling. She's got really good jiu-jitsu. She's constantly going for submissions, man. You've seen her finish Sijara Eubanks with a body kick because her striking isn't bad. She throws nice combos with her hands with pretty decent power. And then she's got decent body kicks. She throws hard leg kicks too, man. And then you've seen her doctor stoppage Leonardo with that broken arm just from throwing leg or head kicks and from Leonardo blocking him. She Kimura, Karol Rosa. And just as look good. Her fight with Tracy Cortez was a super close competitive fight that went back and forth. But she's got good striking, like I said, good straight boxing, good powerful body and leg kicks, good wrestling and excellent jiu-jitsu, and all that stuff's going to be enough to beat Ariane Lipski, because she's definitely going to be able to hang with her on the feet. And then she's going to, once she lands takedown, she's going to get either the submission or she's just going to beat her up with ground and pound and eventually either get the ground and pound TKO or the submission. I'd probably go with the submission. I say Lipski takes the ground and pound instead of submitting to the ground and pound and just turtling up. She gives up her back, and Gato gets the submission. And I'm pretty high on Gato. I was out of town. I wanted to bet her. She was minus 160. I actually tried to get one of my buddies to go put in the bet for me, and I could not get a hold of him. So missed the line on that. So we'll see what kind of bets we get in, though. Next fight, man, is definitely the co-main event and one we're all looking forward to. We got Damir Ismagulov versus Grant Dawson, man. The return of Damir, 24-2, currently sitting at minus 110. 32 years old, 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. Grant Dawson, 19-1-1, currently sitting at minus 110, 29 years old, 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. Damir Ismagulov retired and came back, said he had one fight left on his contract and wanted to honor that, but he did retire and said that he was having health problems and some other stuff, or he could have just been mad that he took that loss to Arman Sarukian. But Damir, man, very, very well-rounded fighter, dude. He's got excellent striking. He's got a phenomenal jab. He's got really good offensive and really, really good defensive wrestling. Excellent striking defense, great BJJ and top control. He took Moises down and Alves down and was able to control them two dudes, which are pretty good black belts in jiu-jitsu, and was able to control them over the whole course of the fight. Joel Alvarez, same thing, took him down, beat him up, held him down, stayed safe. Very, very well-rounded fighter, 24-2. He's got some decent wins in his career, but you know, he's not even that old. He's only 32 years old, but he's well-rounded, good jab, good striking, not very dangerous, doesn't finish anybody, but he usually controls the whole fight. And he's got that win over Guram, which he looked good using that jab. Grant Dawson, this kid, super, super tough. Been looking really good since he joined ATT. His cardio is looking a lot better. He's got really good wrestling. He's got even better jiu-jitsu. He's got good ground and pound, and his submissions are phenomenal. You've seen him choke out Jared Gooding. You've seen him beat the crap out of Mark Madsen and choke him out last fight. And these are all in the third round, where he used to just fold up and run out of gas like he did against Ricky Glenn and all the different people he's fought, where he slowed down so bad in that third round and almost got beat. But since he's gone to ATT, he's really tightened that up. And the thing is these guys, the thing, because like I think Damir, I'm picking Damir to win this fight because I think he's way better. I think that he has a wrestling to keep it standing, where his striking is way better, and he's got phenomenal cardio, excellent scrambles. But these guys have trained together, and I see the line movement, and Damir's got excuse me. Damir's got a lot more stuff going on in his personal life, it seems like, than Dawson. And like, I can just see Dawson. I'm not going to bet Damir. I'm going to pick him to win this by decision. But I could see Dawson, you know, landing a couple takedowns in that first and second round just by persistence, and then taking the back and just holding Damir down like Sarukian was able to do a couple times in that fight. Even though he looked really, really good against Sarukian, his wrestling looked good. He was taken down, but he was able to get back up into that third round where he's held down a little bit. But it was a really, really good fight, where I think that Sarukian, you know, would beat Grant Dawson. You know, I think he'd have the better wrestling there. So this is just a weird line. I guess I'm just going to stay away from it, but I did want to bet Damir, but I don't know. You know, a lot of just stuff going on in his life with the retirement and all that stuff. So I think I'll just stay away from it. Main event time. We have Abus Magomedov versus Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland is 26-5, currently sitting at minus 170. 32 years old, 6'1" with a 76-inch reach. Abus is 25-4-1, currently sitting at minus 150. 32 years old, 6'2" with a 78-inch reach. So Abus will be 1 inch taller with a 2-inch reach advantage. Sean Strickland, man, tough guy, crazy guy, excellent boxing. excellent jab, excellent forward pressure, excellent pace, constantly in your face, just hitting you with the 1-2. He's also got an excellent jab, 1-4, where he's hitting you with the jab and then the right hook. He is beating Brandon Allen up with that really, really good. His left hook has decent power on it too. I think he's got excellent striking defense. That's one thing that's making him win a lot of these fights with some of these dudes that seem like they have better striking than him, such as Ivanov in his last fight. He was just able to put the pressure on him, stay in his face. And Ivanov fights exactly like Abus. Maybe not as much power, but he fights exactly like Abus. He was able to come off the couch, fight him at 205 and just stay in his face, eat what punches Nasruddin had to throw on him, and then give back bigger ones, and then just constantly stand in his face and not giving him room to let his whole karate game and all his stuff go was excellent. Then he had that really close fight with Jared Cannonier, split decision, where we seen how good Jared Cannonier really is. He's a beast. So I really like Sean Strickland. He's super tough, super good cardio. He fights with great fight IQ every single fight except maybe the Ferreira fight where he should have tried to wrestle a little bit. But very well-rounded, very tough, good cardio. He's going to fight for your money. He's going to use a good fight plan, which is going to be stick to jab, stay in your face, not let you get off all these big shots. Abus Magomedov, man, this dude's tough. He's really good. He's really big. He's really long. He's got a good stance switch striking. He throws some excellent front kicks up the middle. You've seen against Dustin Stolfus where he's able to hit him with that front kick, follow up with them big hooks, and get him out of there. He's got power in both hands. His left hook has KO power written all over it, and he's got good power in that straight right. He's got powerful leg kicks, and when he switches to his right hand stance, that's when he's hitting people with them powerful ass leg kicks, man. And like I said, just good power in both of his legs. That's where he's throwing front kicks with both of them. His switch stance striking is phenomenal with that. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling, being born in Dagestan but growing up in Germany. Just a well-rounded fighter. The problem is he's got 3 fights in the last 4.5 years, and that's only 3 minutes of cage time in the last 4.5 years. He come in the UFC, he's fighting Dustin Stolfus, who's ranked probably number 89 in the world, and now he's going to come fight Sean Strickland, and it just doesn't make any sense, man. Sean Strickland's number 5 in the world. He's been fighting the best guys in the world, and he's got so much experience and so much more time in that cage, and it's a small cage, which is going to favor Sean Strickland's style, man. Sean Strickland wants to be in your face, not give you no room to do all this fancy, flashy stuff, and that small cage helps that out. So the first round, Abus obviously is a very dangerous dude, man. He's got 25 wins. He's got 20 finishes, and he's got a lot of first round finishes. So Sean Strickland is going to have to stay protecting, have good striking defense like he always does, and stay safe and not get finished in that first round. And then I think after that he can take over. So it's going to be a really good fight. I'm going to take Sean Strickland, I would say by decision, because he really don't hit hard and he really don't look for the finish. He just beats you up the whole time. And Abus seems pretty tough other than that one bad KO knockout to Luis Taylor. So I think this is going to be a really good fight, but I'm going to favor Sean Strickland, number 5 guy in the world against number 40th guy in the world. Sean Strickland said he was taking this fight because all the top like 10 to 15 good fighters were booked up, so he wanted to stay active. And I think it's going to be a good fight. But like I said, with Abus not fighting but 3 minutes in the last 4.5 years, you're going to come in and fight a dude that's going to bring it to you, be there all 5 rounds in a tough dog fight. And Abus has a low level of competition if you go look who he's fought. So give me Sean Strickland. I think that Sean Strickland just beats him up just like he did to Magomedov, hitting him with that jab, hitting him with that pace and pressure, and just controlling the cage. Sorry for any technical difficulties on this breakdown. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, listening to my breakdown, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and leaving them comments, man. You guys are the best. I will see you guys Thursday night with Johnny K Picks, and on Wednesday night, I'm going to be on Chronic Combat Show, so come check us out on there. Well, good luck, everybody, and here's to 6